Should Canada expel Chinese diplomats over foreign interference allegations?
There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors that we're not aware of. Generally speaking, it sounds like a very extreme move, but I'll leave this to the politicians. I can't really take a decision for them.
No, I don't think they should. Everyone plays the diplomatic game, and actually it would be economic suicide for us to do this. We've already seen what China can do with the wheat. If they decide not to buy tens and thousands of tons of wheat, but at the same time, one must also take note of what's going on. So, economically, China is the big dog. So if they want to impose economic sanctions upon Canada and not buy our minerals, not buy our wood, and not buy our agricultural products, maybe a conversation could be had a little bit more behind the curtains. But at the same token, perhaps if a society is doing wrong and spying or influencing, there should be repercussions. So I don't know. China has a lot of economic clout.
I think it's a security concern, right? I think it's the right decision to, go ahead and expel him. But on a different note, nobody knows the nitty-gritties of it, how inside things happen. But I think it's the right decision. I think diplomatically, you need to have your country on top.
Yeah.
Everything aside.
As long as I've lived in Canada, Canada's always been about peace, and and just like with the stuff happening in Ukraine, I'm pretty sure Canada has reunited and has been there for them and sent our troops to be there to support them. So definitely, I think they need to, if that's what's going on, they need to cut it all off with China. Although most of our products is from China, so it's a little bit of a subjective topic.
Yes, 100%. I think that any foreign influence in our politics needs to be dealt with, especially given a country like China that's been hostile towards Western interests for so long. I think that, we look at what happened. I don't remember what the company was called. This was back when I was born. There was a company that Chinese secrets were sold across seas, and it just tanked everything and tanked our economy. So just in the interest of having that not happen again, I think it would be better that we just make sure that people are in it for Canada if they want to be politicians here.
Definitely. I think, they're on our turf. They should abide by our rules, and they shouldn't be sticking their noses into our affairs.
We, and I say we as a collective we in Canada, we have a duty to not just to ourselves but to our allies as well, that we make sure that our ship is tight, and we do everything we can to make sure that that we are a safe, free democracy. Okay, and what's happening right now, I'm disappointed with the lack of direction and the lack of policy from our government.
I agree with that, yes, and I think all these rules should be set up in advance so that everything's on the table and different people know what steps are going to be taken when certain things happen.
Yes, I think so. Because they're interfering in our elections, and they shouldn't be. It's our internal affairs. They shouldn't have anything to do with it.
I'm going to go with no, simply because I think cutting off communication is never a way to solve a problem.
I think that's tricky. If they're allegations, then I think we need some solid proof, but I've heard about this and I've been following a little bit, and I think that there's probably enough evidence that we need to deeply investigate what's going on and pursue that rigorously.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why? We need to take democracy very seriously. We need to protect our citizens and protect our politicians, and we can't have a foreign government interfering in our political affairs and in our daily lives.
I think that we're noticing more of this with the government of China just kind of infiltrating their political systems on ours, and until they're a free country and that they take democracy seriously, I think we need to be very careful with their influence.
Kind of, sort of, yes, but it impacts a lot of other things. So
I think it depends. You have to have the evidence in order to expel, and without the evidence, it's kind of hard to just expel not only Chinese but any other country, right? So But if they're doing something wrong, absolutely, they should be expelled. Tit for tat.